An M. Night Shyamalan movie that people are actually hyped for? Now that's a twist I didn't see coming. What is up, everybody? Welcome to Trailer Park, the movie review show that focuses on the trailers of the movies. I'm your host, as always, Richard Barlow, and today we had a request to look at that Glass trailer, so that's what we're gonna dive into.
Good for you.
All right, let's look at the third installment of the M. Night Shyamalan superhero trilogy. That's a weird sentence for me to say. This trailer kind of calmed my excitement. I'm still excited for the movie. It didn't change that. It just kind of told me to sit down. I was flying high after the twist at the end of Split. What? A twist at the end of an M. Night Shyamalan movie? And this trailer kind of put me back down at a normal level of excitement. I think the main thing that brought my excitement down and calmed me a bit, and something that I didn't really like about the trailer, is it's super low energy right off the bat. Now, the scene it starts with doesn't necessarily look like a bad scene. It's just really slow to kick off the trailer. You know, I'm coming in pumped and hyped for this movie, and I'm sure I'm not the only one, and then the low energy kind of just brings it down. I can totally see the reason in starting with this scene. It's a cool reveal after a while about who she's talking about and what movie this is. But that's only cool if we were back in the 90s or early 2000s and we're seeing this movie for the first time either in the theater or before the movie that we're watching at home. But nowadays, working up to a reveal isn't necessary. It's not a big shock for us now. In the world of the internet, people aren't seeing trailers for the first time in theaters. They're going online and looking them up. You don't need a cool reveal to show what movie this trailer's for because they just clicked on the link for the Glass movie trailer. You don't need to reveal the character sitting that way because it's literally the poster for the movie. We've all seen that shot hundreds of times. The slow build-up and the reveal in this trailer is good, but not when we already know what we're watching and we're just ready for the payoff of the other two movies.
What do you do?
I'm in security.
Speaking of the other two movies, this trailer kind of seemed to disregard what the ending of Split set up. At the end of Split, it kind of seems like Bruce Willis's character is going to have to track and take down the Beast. Or something along those lines. Then when this trailer starts, it's like, oh, they have him already. Now, I'm sure this isn't how the movie starts. I'm sure we'll see some scenes, or many, before they actually end up in the asylum. But it is how the trailer starts, so that's how they're putting it in our minds that this movie begins.
I have no question. There are 24 identities.
I'm Mary Reynolds. Por favor, señora. We almost got you, bro.
Moving on from the beginning of the trailer, I do like that this trailer is showing more of James McAvoy's character. We see the shot of the cheerleaders being tied up, so we know he's still out there, and he's still taking girls and messing up their lives. And we get to see a few more of his personalities, which I really like, because in Split, it talks about how he has over 20 personalities, and we see like 8 of them or something. Either way, we see a very small portion of what all those personalities are. So it kind of seemed irrelevant for them to just mention how many personalities there are if they're not going to show it. So I really liked seeing more. However, the way we see them is a little bit like a bad acting reel, with quick cuts showing what the different personalities are, so I don't think it had quite the impact that it could have.
Well, don't listen to me. I'm just an old prospector. You can't fire me. I've been with this precinct for 13 years. I'm Thor of Asgard.
Another thing that I like that this trailer's showing is that this movie is continuing with the theme of Unbreakable about superheroes in a real-life world. If there were a few guys that said they had superpowers and were caught fighting, yeah, they'd be put in an asylum for sure. It's also a world where superheroes and comic books exist, just like our world, so the references are there.
This is not a cartoon. This is the real world.
No way.
It is just pretty much our world. And Mr. Glass is a geek, so he makes those references. Like when he's talking to James McAvoy's character, and he says, that sounds like the bad guys teaming up. That's exactly what a geek would say, because that kind of thing happens in comic books and TV shows and movies all the time. If superheroes actually existed, geeks would be making references to things all the time in the real world. My superpower might actually be making movie references. I'm Trailer Boy, man. Trailer Man. So with all this, I'm gonna give this trailer a B+. I'm still excited, I'm just a little more brought down to earth. The other movies in the series were good, so I'm sure this one will be too, but it is still M. Night Shyamalan, so you never know. We'll just have to wait and see when it comes out in January, and all act surprised when this all turns out to be just something that's happening inside the head of a comic book writer played by M. Night Shyamalan. You heard it here first.
What do we call you, sir?
First name, Mr. Last name, Glass.
But what did you think of the trailer? Did you like it? Were you excited like me coming into it? Or does the thought of another M. Night Shyamalan movie just scare you a little too much? Let me know in the comments, and as always, let me know what trailers you think I should review. And if you like the things I have to say, then don't forget to hit that subscribe button, and you can hear them all the time. And if you don't like the things I have to say, then don't forget to hit that subscribe button because I still want you to. And there's always social media. I'm on Twitter at Trailer Barlow, and on Instagram and Facebook at Trailer Park Movie Reviews. Okay, have a good weekend, everybody. I will see you on Tuesday.